Breathe. Reflect. May the Buddha guide you well.
The joy of reading. Spring is not the time for studying. Oh, and the hot summer, it is a perfect time to nap. Oh, there are mosquitoes in autumn and there is snow in winter. So just pack up the books for one more year. This is a good illustration of the attitude of one who fails to appreciate the simple joy of reading. Through reading, we can actually travel from ancient times to the present and everywhere in between. There is an endless joy to reading. There are indeed many who do not appreciate the joy of reading. For example, those who are in higher places or at the crest of their lives will find it very difficult to appreciate reading. Now, there are people who are rich and famous and too busy having a good time. So their excuse, "Oh, I simply don't have any time to read." Those who are good looking and keen to attract others' attention with their beauty will probably care little about their minds. They simply do not enjoy reading. There are people who are loud and rowdy. They also do not like to read. Those who are too busy making a living or do not have friends who like to read will also find it very hard to pick up the habit. And then there are those who are very argumentative and attached to their views all the time. They simply do not appreciate acquiring new knowledge or learning other viewpoints through reading. Many people go through 3 stages in the course of learning. They go to elementary school because they are supposed to. In high school, they study with the hope of graduating and getting a diploma. And then in college, they study very hard in order to graduate so that they can get a better job. But it is those who truly appreciate the joy of reading, who are willing to have books as their daily companions throughout life. They will truly recognize that there is gold and fortune in books, as well as beauty. There is a kind of joy in reading that one simply cannot express in words. In reading about the different places of the world, we tour the world. In reading about history, we share the spirit of the ancients. In literature, we immerse ourselves in the beauty of the seasons, in the twists and turns of sense and sensibilities. In science, we can also find a whole new world in the study of a single cell or neutron. It is with reading that we can appreciate the thoughts, wisdom, emotions, and experiences of others captured in books. While it may take the author a lifetime to capture his or her experiences in writing, it only takes us a couple of hours to read it all. Now that joy is indeed immeasurable. If we do not read, we are surely giving up on one of the most valuable treasures in the world. Not willing to read in order to learn new knowledge is like depleting our mental savings account. With only withdrawals and no deposits, a deficit will certainly result. Now that deficit, when it gets so serious, even when the capital is used up, life comes to a standstill. There is an old saying, if one lives to a ripe age, one should also learn until a ripe age. As illustrated in our history, many ancients become renowned scholars and great ministers and great kings through perseverance and persistence in learning and reading. These are our best teachers. Perhaps we should also take after them and share the joy of reading. These are the best examples. Perhaps only a couple of pages a day. Take out the time and enjoy. Share the joy of reading.